Listen.
If you do not understand white supremacy, what it is, and how it works, everything else that you understand will only confuse you. Now sometimes people say, well, you mean everything that I understand will confuse me if I don't understand racism? Yes, because racism is the dominant political and religious motivating force among the people of the planet in all 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. That covers just about everything that any person, minute by minute, might be doing or engaged in any time of day or night, anywhere on the planet. Oh, absolutely. Everything that the white supremacists do. And this is important to remember. If a white person is a person that believes in and practices white supremacy, which is racism, he or she does nothing that's not going to give strength to the system of white supremacy intentionally. Anything that they do intentionally and deliberately is always to make the system of white supremacy stronger. They avoid doing anything that's going to be a danger to the system of racism. Why? Because if you're a racist, it's in the best interest of you as a racist to become stronger, not weaker. So anything in any of the areas of activity, economics, you're not going to do anything in economics that's not going to make white supremacy stronger. Education, same thing. Anything that they teach, anything that they go to learn. You talk to a racist and whatnot, and you say you're setting up some kind of school, that racist mind begins to turn and say, wait a minute, is this school going to make me stronger as a racist? It's going to help me to practice better power over black people? Or is it not? Is it going to weaken me? Entertainment, the third area of activity, same thing. Am I going to take part in this play? Is it going to help to make me stronger as a white supremacist? Or is it going to make me weaker and make a black person stronger in a constructive manner? I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to participate. If I'm a white supremacist, no, I'm not participating in any form of entertainment that's going to help a black person do anything of constructive value. Now, if they're going to do something in the third area of activity, entertainment, all right, that's going to be non-constructive for black people and constructive, giving me greater strength as a white supremacist, then I'll participate in that play or in that movie or in that event or in that festival or in that whatever it is, that gathering that they're going to have in the entertainment field. It's the same way in any field: education, economics, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Any one or more of the 9 areas of activity, the racist bells always go off when they look at anything that's going on. And people are always doing something. Everybody's doing something. A racist always looks at everything and say, is it going to weaken black people and make them more stupid than they already are and have them doing crazy things that's very destructive to themselves and other black people? And if it's not, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. That's the white supremacist philosophy. Well, the white supremacists do all sorts of things, but there's one thing you can count on. If a white person believes in white supremacy, there's one thing you can count on. They do not make any move of any kind, ever, unless it's going to add strength to the system of white supremacy. And they are so deceitful at making these moves. They're the best checker players ever when it comes to racism, okay, and counter-racism. They know what moves black people are going to make before black people even think about making the move. all right, because after all, they raised us, if you can call it raising. I mean, we haven't had no teacher other than them, okay? So they give us all our values. They tell us that a pair of shoes is more important than a black person's existence. All you got to do is put a label on the side of it, and you can get that black person killed this evening. Right by his own schoolmate will kill him. Not for the shoes, because he's already wearing shoes. It's for the label that's on the shoes. You will die. You will die a miserable death by the hand of somebody that lives 3 blocks from you. Where you find black people on the planet, we will slaughter each other because the white supremacists say, kill him for that pair of shoes that I gave you, boy. You know, I knew when you walked out of here that was your death sentence. I sold you those shoes for $700, and I figured by the time you got halfway where you're going to be dead. I already knew that when I sold you the shoes, and I knew who was going to kill you, all right? And I'm going to get a 2 for the day. And I knew that I was going to get the guy that killed you. So, I mean, I got to get rid of 2 of y'all today, real easy, and make you pay for it. That's what I've been saying all down through the years, and I hope that it catches on. I hope that people understand it, because we are not trained by the white supremacists, and they're not going to. There'll be a universe within ourselves as individuals, because they know that anytime we try to get what we call a group together, oh, that's tailor-made for them. They can bust that up in 5 minutes, all right? All you need is a 2 or 3 black people to get together and call themselves anything. Put a label on it, and so that already you have separated yourself from all the other black people just by doing that. They already know that. So they know the science of how people think, okay? They're good at it, okay? Because they have been through all of this among themselves. They've run tests on these things among themselves. White people kill each other running tests. They know more about murder than anybody. They know about manipulating people than anybody, the white supremacists, that is. So therefore, they will say that, hey, you know, if you're going to get a little group together to fight me, I'll help you build a group. At a certain point, I'll wait until to see if you can halfway got it together. Then I'll examine how your group operates. Then I will compromise your group, either by sealing it off from the rest of the people, because you've halfway done the job for me, just by having that label, all right? I mean, you know, the black people will look at black people who are in a group, who have formed a group, and the white supremacists already know that we're going to attack that group. Why don't they do something? They ain't solving my problems. I ain't joining them, all right? See, so the white supremacists know they got division right there, and that's solid, too. That group ain't going nowhere. But it's one thing, just like you just said, because that's the theory I have, that has yet to be proven, by the way. That's why I say it's a concept. That if you empower each individual person with a code of behavior, you will solve the problems of each individual person with that code of behavior. And there's absolutely no defense against it. That's not my concept. That's the concept that comes with the universe. If you empower each individual to solve his or her problems according to a code, you have empowered and solved the problems of all individual persons. And the white supremacists, when they come after everybody, they don't know who to pick to start with, because they're going to have to get everybody. And that's the position you want to put them in. The position of, we got to either do justice for the non-white people, for really all the people of this entire planet, or we're going to have to kill all of these non-white people. We're going to have to kill them all. Now, some people have said they've seen some cartoons of my work on the internet that have been presented, and that it pretty well embellishes what I have been trying to say in my textbooks.
And to the extent that it does that, well, that has been, from what I understand, some people reported to me, a plus. Because they didn't understand what I had written very well, but when they saw those cartoons that just repeated what I was saying and attaching my name to it, and came right out of the book, the material did, they say that they better understood it. And I can understand that because people are kind of visual, particularly in the year 2021 now, more visual than ever.